about 20 past 8 in the morning. It's just starting to get light now. Today is the 13th and that's Santa Lucia's Day, I believe, in Sweden, where they have procession lighting, candles and all. That's a lovely idea. It's 9:15 and it's light out. I have moved over I've set up my items. I'm going to start baking today. Tom's brought the stool in so I can sit as I'm baking. Got my different ingredients out. I'm going to make the Banana Cardamom bread from the Christmas Chronicles by Nigel Slater. Fantastic book. That's what we're doing. We'll open Advents in a little bit. And pulled out of the carport that Tom built because he's removing... What you doing, Tom?
I'm being an aspie.
He's being an aspie. Explain yourself.
It has to be organized. It has to be done. There's space. And this is all over there. Then I could get another bunch and we're set maybe till the spring.
Yeah, so all our wood is organized. This is wood that we've bought in. It's hardwood. Tom cut a lot of wood this year himself, but we burnt that already, so he's making it.
I had free fuel until December the 2nd, I think.
Yeah, so that was pretty good.
That's a guitar.
That's the price of a guitar. Yeah, so he's organizing it to get another pallet of wood in.
And throwing sticks.
And, of course, throwing sticks for herself. And she brings us wood all the time, because every time we go for a WALK, she brings a stick, usually quite a bit bigger than that, back.
I think we've had 3 days of heating from her.
Yeah, I believe it.
Hi, friends. Hey, yes, you're my friend, too. Welcome to Wild Cottage in Ireland, Vlogmas Day 13. I thought I'd better introduce myself, because I keep forgetting. My name is Susan. This is Shep. My partner's name is Tom, and we also have Mimi, who is a Labrador mix that was dumped 4 years ago now out in the forestry near us as probably an unwanted Christmas puppy a few days after Christmas. We live up in the hills in County Clare in the west of Ireland. We have a cottage and what we call a small holding for nature, where we grow basically all our own vegetables, some fruit. And I will make a video where I talk about that in a little bit more detail. We have a natural dyes garden. I know I have questions about what vegetables we're growing, what plants we grow for natural dyeing, so I will address that. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. This is day 13. Day 12, I will open the Advent with day 13, but I didn't record on day 12. So also, thank you very much for all your comments, your suggestions for when you are knitting or crafting and you have hair pain and you have hand pain, for Julie, who asked the question. So check out Vlogmas Day 11. The comment under Julie's comment, and then I think there's one on the pinned comment, helpful video as well on YouTube. So I really want to thank the wonderful crafting community for, just your wonderfulness. Okay, we'll get into the vlog. Alrighty, let's open the Advent. I'll grab day 12, day 13. And someone asked me who was the author of the book I had on the mantelpiece, which I imagine is this one. Eno Roud. This is the cutest little book. So I got it probably the first Christmas. Well, yeah, I was in Ireland and at the second-hand shop. So this is quite old. It's really cute. Lovely little illustrations. Yeah, let's see. There we go. 1987 was the English translation. So this book is really special to me. I love the gnome, the dwarf, and the pictures and his woodland things, and also because things, especially like books, different things, like I feel like who knows what happened to them, you know, they've lost their home or they're not loved anymore, and I can give them a home and love them. I know that's
just like me.
When Tom says what?
Just like me.
I gave you another home and I loved you.
Yeah.
You did for me too, darling. I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, but anyways, and then of course my first Christmas living in Ireland, I found that. This is the Robin's Promise yarn advent from a dyer in Williamsburg, Virginia in the U.S. She's based it on this edition of The Night Before Christmas, and it's illustrated by Florence Sarah Winship. The 1969 book. I wrote my name, so this is super, super precious to me. And so that's the Advent I chose this year. So today, let's light the candle for celebrations of light around the world in all the different cultures. Because today is Swedish celebration. They proceed around to the church, and they walk around the church with candles. I first really became aware of it from Kia of Kia's podcast. She's Swedish, and I think that's a really lovely thing. Day 12. Let's look. Oh, now this is a beautiful sort of ice. It's more of a warm blue. It's looking a little bit cooler here, but a lovely icy blue and white, creamy white. Eye in my cap. So that was inspired off of Eye in my cap. And Eye in my cap, there he is. Indeed, he is definitely wearing these colors. Ooh. Oh, that's lovely too. So we have, this is a teal green. Again, does not show up properly on my phone. Teal green, like navy blues, and the white, the creamy kind of white. I'm just noticing. So this white isn't really a stark white. It's kind of the white of this page. So this is What to My Wondering Eyes. Aha. When what to my wondering eyes should appear. So there we are. Well, that goes with this. That's beautiful. So we have these two lovely blues together. They all are in their full glory up to day 13. Love, to be watching Christmassy things as I do Christmassy things. And I think what I'm going to put on now are some podcasts. I just realized, I think last year when I did one of my baking videos in Vlogmas, that I was watching Stitches and Jacks, and she has 5 Jack Russells. And so I think I'm going to have to do a tradition of baking and watching Vlogmases where the podcaster has a Jack Russell, because, let's see if we can see this here. So Sisu Knits podcast, her Vlogmas, featuring her Jack Russell. I usually do get the whole cardamom pods, but I couldn't find them this year, but they did have the powder. So in Nigel's actual recipe, he only puts them in as a drizzle icing afterwards, but I remember last year putting them in the cake as well. Also, the other thing that I do definitely different in the recipe is he uses like a light muscovado sugar, but you can see I have the dark here just because I love that deep treacly flavor. The other modification I make is I don't use eggs. I am allergic to eggs, and so I either could use an egg substitute, which I used to do a lot, or you can also use some sparkling water, 1/4 cup of sparkling water to substitute for 1 egg. Okay, I think I'm going to melt up some of the chocolate and probably stir in, I think, a bit of cardamom and cinnamon, and then just like Alicia. I think we're talking over each other. So yeah, so I'm going to pour it into the molds and let it harden. Super duper simple. And I generally just melt the chocolate in the microwave.
himself is licking the very last dregs in the bowl. Cake is cooking, and yeah, just got to clean up. Himself is the cleanup crew. Isn't he great? Okay, I'll sit there now and take over. Thank you, dear, for standing in for me. I'm knitting Tom's Christmas sock, and with the shadow wrap heel, and I'm going to do the spiral toe in the shortbread colorway set from Gideon. I really messed up last night. I was doing it quite late, so I have like this big mistake here, which I'll just have to go back and fix afterwards. It's just a bunch of holes, but it'll be fine. So I'm on the foot now, and I'm comparing it to a sock he already has to get the right size. My stay pull sweater, I was able to attend the live yesterday with Sarah of Day-to-Day Knits, and we're all working on the stay pull. Well, not all of us, the other people were knitting other things. And I put in that really brightly colored yarn from Felt Fusion, and I really like it. It looks to me like a Christmas tree with the colored lights on. So I'm quite excited about that. And I have from my stitch markers, I have all these little bells on Etsy from Crafty Cat Knitty, bit cute, and they jingle. This is just so Christmassy, so Christmas tree. On this is going to be a hat, and it's a free pattern from Carol Feller, who's an Irish designer. The Floop hat, and it's with the yarn that I used, that I got from her for the Foxy cardigan that I made, which is actually called, the pattern is the Brack cardigan, BREAC. And she does a class on that in Teachable that really was helpful for me, because that was my first garment. She's also doing a free class on Teachable with this as well. If you want to learn how to do sort of like magic loop with the hat. I just put it on 16-inch circulars. The Foxy hat to match my Foxy cardigan, just a simple pattern. But it's going super quickly because it's in, you know, very bulky weight yarn. That yarn is Manas de Uruguay in the Miel colorway. M-I-E-L, I believe is how you spell that. It's the French word for honey. And this is in a mix of yarns, which I talk about in podcast 15, I think it is, and also a bit in my Vlogmas Day 11. Cake is done. Look, these are done. Probably not so easy to pop out single-handedly. There we go. Oh, look at that little fella. Isn't he so cute? I'm going to eat him right up. That was a good combination. Pinch of salt, cardamom, and cinnamon. So it's usually a really lovely moist cake because you don't mash the banana all up completely. So there's often chunks. Look, you can see them there. It's still a bit warm. Oh my goodness. That's a really tasty cake. So that's out of Nigel Slater's Christmas Chronicles. And he's got a poppy seed and orange cake in there, which I'm going to try next. I haven't made that before.